Oh, what a touching moment we have here.
All spoiled thanks to your interruption. Why don't you do us all a favor and leave before the audience gets pissed off?
You're nothing but an extra in my script, so don't get too carried away. Your biggest scene is over.
I don't ever remember being a part of your crappy script.
Well then, why don't you show me what a first-class script is like through your own actions?
We're nothing but my script, Mr. Kennedy. So don't get too carried away. Your biggest scene is over.
Leave me out of your crappy script.
Well then, why don't you show me what a first-class script is like through your own actions?
Wait! Follow me.
You brought the medicine just in time.
Can you stand?
Where's Luis?
He was worried about you. Till the end. Come on. We don't have much time. Let's get rid of these things.
For Luis.
Wait!
¡Mátalo!
Follow me. Follow me.
Ashley! You all right?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. Got it.
You're in the way! Come on!
Okay. It's open.
Thanks. Come on.
Okay. I wonder how much that's worth.
So, what's become of the Amber?
Sorry, nothing yet. But my little helper is creating quite the commotion. Everything will work out just fine.
As long as you can keep your dog under control.
He's a good boy. Predictable.
Fine. Keep your mutt. But don't come crying to me if you get bit.
Leon, changed your mind yet?
Ada?
Assuming you haven't, I've got a tip for you. Seems like something big is about to go down in the throne room. Babysitting's tough, huh?
Hey, Ada! Ada! Perfect. Same as ever. Yes.
Time to get medieval on your asses.
Wait here. Wait. Follow me.
You don't get carsick or anything, do you?
You're about to find out.
I think we made it. Oh, it leads back here. Nice shot.
Wait. Follow me.
Ballroom must be this way.
I have some new goods that might interest you.
Look, there's a statue up there.
There's a symbol on the wall.
Wait! Follow me.
I think you've lived long enough. Let's see if you can survive this time.
¡Mátalo! No dejas que escape de la isla viva.
gate and gong have the same symbol. Seems simple enough. I've got a bad feeling about this. Who comes up with these things?
Hey, Leon, there's some armor. I bet you could use it like a bulletproof vest.
Little old-fashioned for my taste.
Too bad. I think you'd look pretty dashing.
Wait!
Ashley, stay up there.
Okay, be careful.
Come on, you can't be serious. Yeah! Nighty-night, knights.
Follow me.
Nice catch. You sure you're all right? You're not burned, are you?
No, thanks for your help. I really did the trick. Ashley.
Okay. You don't think they're gonna move, do you?
Wait!
¡Mátalo!
Fucking monsters.
Actually, this works. Oye, let's get on that lift. I knew it! Stay sharp! These guys have camouflage. No way!
slacking on your meds. This the way? Next.
and see me, Mr. Kennedy.
If you even scratch her, I'll break your bones.
First, we shall see if you can make it this far. I'll be waiting.
Shit.
Agarradlo.
Ashley. That son of a bitch. Yeah.
están? Cógelo, 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 cógelo. Puedes vivir, no puedes ir. Cógelo, cógelo.
Ashley.
Leon!
Mr. Kennedy, don't you know when it's time to throw in the towel?
No! Leon!
Where's the satisfying sound of one's impalement?
Won't fall for this old trick.
How dare you! No more games! Kill him! Kill! Quickly! We shall prepare for the ritual!
Leon, you're alive.
Ashley!
Leon, stop! No, don't come any closer!
Are you hurt?
Watch out!
Please, do continue. Do not resist, my dear. It serves only to make you suffer all the worse.
Please, please!
You sick!
Aquí nos despedimos, señor Kennedy.
Hang in there, Ashley. I'm coming for you.
So maybe you have 9 lives, but it doesn't matter now, Mr. Kennedy. I've sent my right hand to dispose of you.
Your right hand comes off?
Say whatever you please. Die, you worm!
Welcome. Got some rare. What are you selling? Is that all? Is that all? Thank you. Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying? Is that all? Thank you. What are you selling? Ah, What are you buying? Is that... Thank you. What are you buying? Come back anytime.
Gave up the ghost, huh? Talk about sticking the landing. The hell? Oh, give me a break. give me a break.
Ooh, you have the stench of battle on you, mate. Anything, don't get yourself killed now.
These people are not right. Something wrong with the power? So we're playing hide and seek, is that it? What's your move? Son of a bitch! Finally, some peace and quiet. My condolences to your master.
It seems that Salazar is having difficulty taming the American pig. Salazar had his chance. Krauser, go get the girl. Oh, and dispose of this swine while you're at it.
Consider it done.
Your suffering came in, just as it has from Novistador, who has joined us in communion, and now she is of our flesh, of our blood. My faithful disciple will show her the path. Go now. Deliver to these vagrant children their salvation. As you wish.
I'll make it cheap for you.